Gee. Sound that I play. Told you Knight would die. He deserved it. Fine. A puppy. I know, I loved you. How could you do a murder? Yeah, it's going great. Why do we still have the teenager with us? The killing of Bastion Rook. It's been 2 days since the incident at the park, and today we're paying a visit to the detention center. Our aim, of course, is to interview Bronco Knight, who has been in charge of the murder. His trial is due to start tomorrow, and I am the prosecutor behind the bench. Anybody else think that Knight's mom was a horse girl? What's taking so long? You there, what's going on? Have we? Surprise. It didn't happen in the holding cells, but surely that's where he was being held. Just 3 confused faces staring at this guy. The prison proper, yes. Not exactly, no. Those are the detention center's holding cells. That's where defendants are kept while they're awaiting trial. The area beyond this door serves a rather different purpose. Jail and prison are 2 different things. I suppose you could say it's the last place a great thief should ever want to be. I feel like my voice is missing all bass. I'm sorry if I sound weird. Still apparently sick. It's Knight alright, but he's very dead. How could this have happened, and how did he wind up inside the prison proper? It's a little victim blamey, Kay. I can hardly believe it myself, but there can be no doubting the evidence of our own eyes. He must have been. His trial hadn't even begun yet. The law states that until convicted, suspects are to be kept in cells separate from the main prison. Only those who have been found guilty are sent to the prison proper. There's no way Knight should have been in here. The detention center and the prison are separate, not only by 2 heavy doors, but also a lengthy corridor. That would have been a long way to wander, especially for a detainee. I suppose we'd better take a closer look at Knight's body. We'll need to examine the scene of the crime carefully if we want to get to the bottom of this. The fuck is this? What are the floors covered with dirt? Too many footprints, unfortunately. We need a specialist to identify them. Yes, and if in the meantime you could refrain from treading all over it, there's the man standing in it. My concern was for the footprints, not your jacket, detective. Why is there a bullwhip? I suppose so, yes. Absolutely not, Kay. You are not permitted to swing on that rope. I should have known you were being serious. Why is there a cage? Technically, Kay, a prison isn't made up of cages, but cells. Yes, and the basic nature of an investigation is the pursuit of accurate facts and information. He did not take anyone's word for it. It's a very common, like back and forth in the Ace Attorney. It's usually about stepladders. Yeah, that was definitely not the same thing that Phoenix would have said at all. His tops are rather colorful. There's a giant bullwhip. Certainly don't look like they belong in a prison. You just still... Ah! Hello, Zephyr.
Welcome, Raiders.
Hi, guys. You're doing Breath of Fire too? Awesome. How was your game? We're playing Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Because I love them. And I tried to look at the whip, but Edgeworth looked at the tarps first because he's just so used to his sister flinging a whip around. He's like, oh, that's not unusual at all. Sure is a whip on top of them. Thank you, Kay. Maybe she left it here. Not a chance. She and her whip are attached to the wrist. Trust me. I mean, he has a lot of family issues. He sure does. And this is the game that finally goes into all of them. There's a rope near Knight's body, too. Rope escape trick? Thanks, but I'll let you know when I'm in need of saving. She seems genuinely disappointed. Ow.
Thank you for paying your guild dues, adventurer.
Thanks, Al. 2.5 babies indeed. Popping up those Irish twins over and over. It sure is a sink, thanks, Kay. Also, the exact number of kids you have, 2.5. Doesn't seem to contain any useful clues. I'm not sure, but I don't see anything particularly suspicious here. It smells weird though, kind of musky, like wet fur. Mmm, delicious. I didn't know you had such a keen nose. Remind me to seal all my valuables away in airtight containers. Never ever? But you would happily steal someone else's. I'm not sure that's entirely reassuring. I guess we have to look at this dumb mook. Well, let's talk to our buddy here first. How you doing, Gumshoe? You doing, Gumshoe? Talk about instant karma indeed. Yes, I don't like this at all. The guy who's dead on the ground was the guy who did the murder in the last case, which was our first case of the game. So we're a little concerned about how this happened. He was supposed to be in holding. He's not in holding, he's just in the prison, dead on the floor. It's a little fussy. You don't think it was that ice cream guy, do you, sir? No, I don't think it was Shelly. Shelly the killer, you mean? No. If this were his doing, he would surely have left a call on God. And besides, Knight isn't the only one who knows what he looks like. We do too. We are still alive. Good spot. Well spotted, Gumshoe. Still, this is a high security facility. I just don't understand how it was even possible. Indeed, it's an unusual design, but it's certainly convenient for anyone visiting. For the two different classes of detainees, of course, those pre-trial and those post-trial. The two facilities may be housed in the same building in this case, but they are actually quite different. Perhaps spending a night in each would help clarify the difference between them. This is just a death sentence, Edgeworth. Just make the cop spend a night in jail. That's gonna go super well. Death by Sully instantly. I almost had to ask, that hurt my brain so much. If anything else occurs to you, you know where to find me. This seems to be a list of prisoners' reservations for the workshop. In prisoner numbers, I'd imagine. I rather agree, people are meant to have names. Unless you're a Musk kid, I guess. Alright, no name for you then, I guess. Bronco Knight, killed the day before his court date. We better take a closer look. The body is partially covered by a dirt-stained tar. Sure is. Was Knight tied up with a rope somehow? We should take a look under the sheet as well. Indeed. Yes, I said that's blood. We should keep looking around. There's Oh, that's Kay. Kay doesn't have that accent. Don't worry about it. I would assume that's the cause of death and that it was probably instantaneous. Wouldn't have even had a chance to cry out for help. Hmm? There's a small cut on his scalp, too. Was it rock or something? Possible, but it's too early to say with any certainty. Okay, you have your camera with you, correct? Would you lend it to the detective so he can photograph the body? Indeed, they appear to be covered in dirt. Gumshoe, the man is dead. You don't have to insult him as well. It would be a grave error to think that anybody else could be quite like you, Detective. Glove. A rubber glove. I should examine it in more detail. Inmate use only. I guess that means... Yes, you would certainly imagine so. There's mud all over it. Okay, I thought you were 16, not 8. Not anywhere near my crime scene, you're not. The fingers are covered in blood on this side. I think we can safely assume this glove was dropped sometime after Knight's blood had been spilt. Because it had been on the floor where the pool of blood was forming, then the blood would have flowed around it, but not underneath it. Good job, Kay. You get a cookie. Assuming the glove was discarded after the blood had pooled around the body, it's certainly a possibility. Although, at the very least, whoever dropped it must have seen the body. You there. Have you seen that glove before? I suppose that would explain why there aren't any other gloves in the workshop. That's a weird way to do it. Why would you want them to keep them in their rooms? Well, there's a lot of things about this prison that doesn't make any sense, so I guess we'll just move on. I'm sure you have, Detective. It's a pocket chess set. The victims, I'd imagine. Yeah, it would have been a good way to pass it. Oh, that's Gumshoe. I was like, why is Edgeworth saying yeah? He doesn't say yeah. We're not gonna open it? Okay. What you got in your hand? Don't even think about it, Kay. I think we got everything. Yeah. Did we get everything? Okay, we did get everything. Did we get everything here? Yes. Alright, maybe we just have to do puzzles. Bloody pile of time. Did you really need an extra moment to think about this? Edgeworth. These tops have a pretty distinctive design. In fact, it sure is. Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Very weird young lady. I thought you were on sabbatical. Not a bad bit of evidence gathering. A regular Three Musketeers. Let's not get carried away, Detective. There's one thing we still haven't found. Your brain. And the murder weapon. See no signs of a murder weapon anywhere. Come now, Detective. These are the basic investigative principles we're talking about here. A fact that hardly puts my mind at ease, Kay. She's a child. Items that could prove even potentially lethal are strictly controlled within a prison. After all, we wouldn't want the inmates getting their hands on them, would we? Which means acquiring a murder weapon would be hard enough, let alone leaving the scene with one. What was the murder weapon and where has it gone? The answers to these questions may be the key to figuring out what happened to you. They're usually helpful to know how the guy died, yeah. Oh. Hi, Uncle Ray. I know that's not your name anymore, but I don't remember your new one. Hi. Hi, buddy. Nice to see you. Yo. Mr. Fender. Fender? Okay. It has been far too long. And then neckwear obs. Oof. Okay. We're just gonna have to roll with this localization. Dude. Not that old geezer. Thanks, buddy. Detective, please. Dude. I see you haven't changed. How many years has it been? Ooh. Showdown in the prison, let's go. You tell him, Kay. Eddie Fender. He's a defense attorney. In the fan translation, his name is Ray Shields, and he calls himself Uncle Ray. I guess his name is Eddie Fender now. Ed Defender. Defender. Got it. Enchanté. Are you? I don't believe you. Oh no, he's just gonna speak French this whole time? Girls only. Oh no, he's still weirdly huggy. You tell him, Kay. And why are you here, Mr. Fender?
Hold it!
Detective, calm yourself. His attitude is, unfortunately, understandable. I take it you are Mr. Knight's attorney. Don't do scare quotes at me, Eddie. Kick your ass. So he was planning to represent Knight if his client hadn't been murdered. He and I would have faced off against each other in court. I'd better see what he has to say for himself. Let's see if Kay has anything interesting to say. Someone's highly motivated to learn today. Which will never come from me, I must say. Still, I won't discourage you from finding out more. I need to gather a little more information myself. And then use my power of logic to piece it together. Alright, asshole, what are you up to? So the victim asked you to represent him. As was I. But a guard showed up instead and told us that his body had been found. I'm as bummed about it as you. You bought him some weenies. Oh, it's disgusting. Mr. Fender, you know you can't bring food into the prison. Moorish? No, thank you. I don't put weenies in my mouth, thank you, sir. You do you? Oh god, I'm just gonna have to deal with Fender's new localization. Alright. That was a long time ago. Nope, thank you. This is why it's really easy to headcanon Edgeworth as ace of shit. Have you met with your client previously? Stop scare quoting me. The Bronxter? Oh dear. And not a kind word was spoken, I'm sure. Well, sticks and stones and all that. Fun, how dare you, Mr. Fender? Little sis, I don't like his new localization. He's less creepy, but he was really creepy in the Fran translation. Apparently he lived abroad for a while. He's 36? Why does he talk like he's in his 50s? In which case, I'd better ask him what he knows about this room. Tell me, what do you know about the scene of the crime? So all the options he gave me were wrong. How infantile. See, they learn new skills. It's a classroom, you dumbass. I see. And how is access to this room controlled? Who has the key? What kind of sensors? Is this a prison or a tech bro startup, for fuck's sake? I guess they need to ensure the inmates follow the rules, but that sounds a bit excessive. Have any prisoners used this workshop today? So no prisoners have entered, let alone used this workshop today. Which means there's a contradiction in this crime scene. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be. Take another quick look over at the crime scene and employ my powers of deduction to solve this mystery. I just want to see what happens if we do this. Huh? For me? You shouldn't have. Alright. I never said I was giving it to you. You don't wear your attorney's badge. Impress who, exactly? Your rumpled tie and your sad little tie clip, like, who are you impressing? Your hat doesn't even go with anything you're wearing. But I don't know, maybe it's this thing that they just fucking led us by the nose to. Prisoners aren't able to come and go from this workshop as they please. The door sensor would detect their bracelets and the alarm would sound. What's more, according to the guard, no prisoners were authorized to be in this room at all today. And yet, here we have a rubber glove of the kind issued to inmates. This is a clear contradiction. I don't know, Detective. Not yet, anyway. All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence. You, apart from the prisoners and the guards, who else has access to this room? Mr. Fender. Oh, you're being useful? Eddie? Mr. Fender, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about? What are you on about? A chill pill?
Hold it!
Detective. Sit. Stay. Oh, look, a bunny, and a pony, and a piggy, and a kitty, and a oh god, a monkey. I know all I said is hi, but G2G freaking work wants me working or some garbage. Alright, Zal. I hope you have a good day. I'm sorry I can't be your radio today. Animals. The phone with you very hard to interrupt to make a comment because you'll know how game. Aw, you could always interrupt. I will always read it. I will always spare you the time. Doesn't ever seem like there's a great time. It doesn't matter. It's like nothing's timed in this game. I could just sit here on the screen for 40 minutes. It makes no difference. He met the animal. Just means you're still talking. It's okay, I didn't want to stop work to message something to you, then have you say something, and then me never reply. Yeah, I get it. You're a busy boy. The little clapping animation is so condescending. It's cute, but it's also super condescending. Like talking to a fucking preschool teacher who hasn't gotten out of their the teacher phase. They've forgotten how to talk to adults for like an hour. You know what I mean? Let me get this straight. Are you saying these animals can wander freely around the prison? It's ironic, really. Here in this institution, where the humans are caged, the animals are free to roam in their heart's content. They can't leave the prison? Okay. What's that tinkling sound? A puppy! Hello, puppy. Did you do a murder? Just look at that thing. And is that a bell around its neck? That explains the sound, I suppose. Bad boy. Refuse to lose to a dog. Ignored. It seems to have a real thing against me and only me. Indeed, we need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found. Hey. Hello. We were wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Eddie, gross. Seconds. What's that supposed to mean? Round 1, 10 reps each. Okay. What is this man up to? I'd better see what he has to say for himself. Your name. Rocco D259. Doesn't look like there's any danger of that. Don't you worry, you'll lose too much weight doing all that. A whole ass polar bear chilling out with you. It's definitely a thing that I don't ever want. Please stay the fuck away from me. He seems to have loosened up a little. Now's my chance. Where were you and Teddy at the time of the incident? I'll be the judge of that. Please answer the question. So he won't play ball. Indeed, the more he protests his ignorance, the more certain I am he's hiding something. Alright, let's see exactly what you do and don't know, shall we, Mr. Casaretto? Speaking of, I wonder what your old name used to be. Let me check. Um... me see. Prosecutor's Gambit. What is your name again? Casaretto? I think your old name used to be Rocky, but let's see. No, his name was Jay Elbird. Jailbird, which is cute. Casaretto is the Italian word for prisoner or inmate, of course. Edgeworth's creepy wide smile. Oh, we're gonna do brain chess again. We haven't done this for a hot minute. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert. My guess is that things won't go well if I push too hard at such moments. When my opponent is on the offensive, I should remain calm and bide my time. Trying to reveal an opening eventually, which is when I'll pounce. First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about the incident. Start by asking about his movements. And bring this fight to an end before he knows what hit him. Mind chess commence. Why don't you start by telling me about what you've done today? You will answer me, Mr. Casaretto. You want a shot at the champ? Is that it? Put him up, pal. I'll just wait. Good, thanks. Thrown in the towel already? That's gotta be a record. Fisticuffs is hardly my style, but I'm more than happy to take you on in a game of chess. Incidentally, don't you get tired ducking and diving like that all the time? You think I don't got the stamina, kid? Oh, just you try me. I'm good, thank you. I ain't tired, not today, not ever. Especially not today. Took it real easy this morning, had me some quiet cell time, hardly broke a sweat. Really? You look pretty sweaty to me. Give me a break, will ya? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah, real tired. I thought you took it easy. You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, Mr. Casaretto, but I'm afraid your lying needs quite a bit of work. Tired? Really? I hardly think that's possible. Especially not after you just told me about your quiet cell time this morning. Oof, we gotta be careful here, Teddy. When this guy lands, he lands! Oh, the wrist weights are coming off. He's hiding something, I'm sure of it. I should try asking him about what was happening at the time of the incident, both in and outside his cell. I won't need to use my fists in this next round. No, I'll deliver this knockout using carefully chosen words alone. What is it like around here? Did you notice anything strange at the time of the incident? What do you mean strange? Why not already? Nope. Curses, I should have picked my word more wisely. Alright. Try again. Okay, that wasn't right either. Answer the question. Tell me what was going on around that time. There we go. I wish I could help you, boss. But I was asleep. We both was. Alright. What were you doing? I was catching some Z's. We both was. The incident happened only a short while ago. You seem wide awake, all things considered. Waiting. Fighter's gotta be able to get up quick when he's down, but he needs his beauty sleep too, builds muscle. Is that so? Then I apologize for waking you. I have read that rest is an important part of any boxer's training regime. You don't say. So, Mr. Prosecutor's savvy when it comes to the fight game. Who knew? How do you know my profession? Interesting. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you. You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? You've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor. Which means you weren't asleep, and that you are lying again. You're good, kid. Caught me clean with that one. Alright, admit it. I wasn't catching those E's. But what? A guy can't work out in his cell no more without lawyers getting involved? Or is a man taking care of himself a crime now? The fact that we know he was awake is an important development. It could well prove to be a useful clue. We've read this. We're not reading it again. Answer the question. Tell me what was going on around that time. Time to deploy my clue. Enough of your barefaced lies. You weren't asleep, you were exercising. You told me as much yourself. You should have seen that one coming. Yeah, you should have. It seems I have you on the ropes, Mr. Caserato. It's time to come clean about what you know. Alright, you don't gotta shout about it. Stomping around like you own the place. Teddy and his pals have been scared enough this morning already. Already, you say? You've done well to endure this long, but I fear you'll soon be out for the count. You say the animals have been scared enough already, which implies something happened here earlier. Well, what was it, Mr. Caserato? Yeah, quit it, will ya? I'm getting shellacked over here. Fine. Somebody yelled, okay? Real loud, real scared. Got all the little guys scared too? Yeah, laugh it up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do the same thing in the ring. Checkmate. We survived barely. I think we've now established that you know more than you're letting on, don't you? I know. Okay, cool. I sure did, thank you, Kay. Let's not get carried away, Kay. Our work here has only just begun. What do you want? Welcome back. Hunter's being a bitch. That's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay. Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish. Just do it on somebody else's time. Nothing that needs to concern you. Okay, our focus should be on Mr. Caserato. Now, shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last. Came back here after did me some training, leastways I tried to. Barely got to the count of 2 before somebody screams, "What the I was hollering and howling, crying for help. But what can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tuned it out. Gets back to work. I find it curious that you would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help. Like I say, boss, what can I do? Besides, this is the joint. Don't nobody thank nobody for getting involved in what ain't none of their big concern. You mentioned training, Mr. Caserato. I can't help but notice how well equipped your cell is. There's a guy, the fixer they call him. What's up, fixer? I'm sorry. I won't do her voice again. A fella who can get his hands on just about anything you need. For a price. Perhaps, Mr. Caserato, what you ought to ask for is a beginner's guide to giving better testimony. Because I can promise you that you'll be down for the count in 1. Yes, Fender. Get the fuck away from me. I'm so annoyed with this man right now. There's a show finished right around 10 a.m. I'd fuck Fender? Don't. He eats notebook paper. I can't tell you what a weirdo Fender is. Eddie has problems. What kind of show was it exactly? He looks like my type, that's my type. Alright. You know, if you want to fuck a sad little bitch, that's on you. I guess answers all kinds, gives us cons a little something to look forward to. I have, and I think you need a new type. You know what? I take it back. Eddie's an improvement. You can have Eddie. Sure did. Can't miss a chance to get a glimpse of the outside world now, can I? Then it was over. Came back here after it did me some training.
Hold it!
What did this training involve? Let's see now. Today was stamina and rhythm work, which means jump rope. Kid's no dummy. Second I get my rope out, he jumps up and holds on tight. You jump rope with a puller back clinging to your chest? I told you, didn't I? We're partners. Besides, a little extra weight's good for me. Anyway, I started jumping rope. Leastways, I tried to. Barely got the count of 2 before somebody screams.
Hold it!
Tell us more about the scream you heard. There's a scream of a guy about to scream his last. And I should know. So it was clearly audible. Guy backed into a corner, fighting for his life. You ever hear something like that, boss? Well, I have, and yeah, it was clearly audible. Guy was hollering and howling, crying for help. And that's all you heard. There was nothing else. Nope, nothing much anyhow. So there was something. What else did the victim say? You have to tell me. Spill the tea, please. Oh, I do, huh? Why don't you come on over here and see if I can make you squeal like he did? Oh. Oh dear. But this is clearly important, and yet he insists on remaining infuriatingly vague. So yeah, I heard the voice, like I said. But what can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out and get back to work.
Hold it!
You were able to concentrate on your training even after hearing all that screaming? Look, if I was on the outside, maybe things would have been different. Maybe I'd have seen what I could do. But this ain't the outside. I can't go no place, even if I want to. I don't think anybody else would have thought of doing that except you, Kay. I somehow doubt it. Frankly speaking, there was no saving him. Mr. Casarato is clearly lying. What I don't understand is why. Let's see what I can uncover by pointing out the contradiction in his testimony. Oh, right. Bitch died instantly. Present this. Are you listening carefully, Mr. Casarato? You trying to be cute or something? Only occasionally. The victim died from a wound to the throat, and very quickly at that. He had neither time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did. You say you heard the victim's cries, and yet that would have been impossible. But there must have been a scream. He said there was. He said there was? Quit looking so smug, will you? Fine, I admit it. I didn't hear nothing, alright? But the guy in the next cell did. He told me so. The next cell. You mean? Did anybody else see a familiar parrot? We came back from the show and they put us in our cell, same as always. Then just like I told that guy, I heard it, a scream, a real scary one. Scary how, exactly? Eek. An eek. Oh, Sid. Indeed. Sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body. Not really the case, though. Are there really no problems now with the test? He didn't hear it, he wasn't in his cell. I'm afraid a new problem has reared its head, namely... Why didn't you hear the scream yourself, Mr. Casarato? What, do you think I did the crime or something, huh? On the inside of this here cell, the guy died over in the workshop, in case you forgot. Yeah, it does seem a little weird. Thanks, Gumshoe. Look at him go! Look at him shake them bars. Ain't that the truth? You bums ain't leaving in a place in one piece if any of us can help it. I almost forgot these men are hardened criminals. Well, I won't be doing that again anytime soon. That's my next move here. I won't get much more out of them in this state. Oh no! It's Courtney, except that's not her name anymore. I don't know your new name. Hello, lady. Hello, lady. Your hand, if you please. By the power invested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence. Praise be, a simple life awaits you. No money, no possessions. May the goddess of justice watch over you now and always. Woman's terrifying. Horrifically. She's less terrifying later. Yeah, I really liked her when I first saw her too. Oh, you're fucked. Sorry, Rocco. There is no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. This is a blessing, a chance to redeem yourself, to be reborn. Bye. Shouldn't have been a bitch, Rocco. O goddess of justice, bless your child and keep him in your care. O Holy One, we give thanks in your name. And you are. Verity Gaviel. Verity Gaviel. Alright. I liked it better when your name was Courtney, that was easier to remember. Alright, Verity. Verity means truth. It is my honor to bear the title of judge and to work at the pleasure of the law. And what is a judge doing in a place like this? Since you ask, Mr. Edgeworth, I've been sent here to find you. I come bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, and it is my sacred duty to deliver it. What the fuck is that? I don't know, okay. It is first and foremost a name that should not be taken in vain, my child. For it is a sacred phrase from the goddess of justice herself. Verity, you might be a little wackadoo. The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job it is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest. In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross professional line. The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions. A panel of which you are a member, I assume. I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service. I think I was in that once. You were in it twice. Oh shit, twice? Yeah, twice. Overruled. Did you block out the first one? Need I remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association? Precisely, my child. Praise be to the goddess of justice for bestowing her gift of insight onto you. The committee has the power to remove problematic prosecutors from the cases. And should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power to confiscate that prosecutor's badge. You okay, Gumshoe?
Objection!
Oh. Oh, it's the brat. You have a new name too. What's your new name? You gonna tell us? I want to give him like a squeaky breaking voice, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it. You hate him? You should. Hateful. You really don't know, do you? What an ignoramus! That already hurts my throat. I'm not doing that. You don't have Eustace Winter? Your name used to be Sebastian. Sebastian de Best. Eustace. Wow, the devs really wanted you to hate him. Okay, Eustace. Eustace bag, bah. So you might just know me as the winner, a name they call me. Alright, now. I have never heard of you. Ignorance is bliss, winner, and I don't think sweet nothings means what you think it means. It is entirely natural that you aren't yet acquainted. Eustace only joined us just last month. So he's nothing but a rookie? Winning rookie. Great. He is a little prick. Which he will prove himself to be in due time. Oh, what mess. I fear I know exactly what he means. The committee is sending an envoy with a new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, Winner. But I'm going to need a few more details. Would you mind explaining, Judge Gabrielle? Very well. By the power invested me in the goddess of justice, I hereby declare that in the matter of the incident of the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict. This is a very fancy gavel. Judge Gavial, I believe I asked for an explanation. No explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in, the goddess has spoken, and her judgment is final. Objection! And what exactly have I done to warrant being taken off the case? Come now, Mr. Edgeworth, claiming ignorance of your crimes will not serve to lessen your guilt. And now everybody knows why I have the title the way it is. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principle of extraterritoriality, and while there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subjected a visiting foreign leader to questioning. You were one wrong move away from causing a major international incident. You vastly overstepped the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be no understatement. I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where certain rules were concerned. But there's also no denying that certain risks must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. Hello, Judge! I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate. Then what you're saying is that the ends justify the means, that rules can be freely ignored. That is a very dangerous way of thinking. The law is absolute. It is not meant to bend to your whims. Forgive me, but not all of us believe as you do. Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. When a trial ends, the hammer falls. Be you defendant or attorney, or even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done. Nothing, that is, but to give thanks for the goddess of justice's divine grace. She's a fanatic. Unless you wish to appeal, to do so would Be to risk your badge, of course. So they mean to take my badge if I don't play along. I see you've accepted your fate. Good. Guards, if you would be so kind as to escort him out. I think she said lesbians with the goddess. Gumshoe, stand down. Stop calling him a flatfoot. They're holding all the cards here. I don't stand a chance. Detective Gumshoe, do as Mr. Winner says. Judge Gavial. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? The committee decision is beyond irrational, so yes, I do plan to appeal. You haven't heard the last of this. Duly noted. Until we meet again, then. Let's go, Kay. We're leaving. Eat shit, Eddie. I think once everybody finds out who you know who is, you will also tell Eddie to eat shit, because that's real fucked up. I'm making double saves in case of problems. Don't worry, I have my other my save for my other game here. I think it's fine. March 28. I missed. No, I didn't miss break. 40 minutes until break. Big stretch. Okay. Judge Gavial and Mr. Winner certainly don't mince their words. But that's not what concerns me right now. I'm more worried about the committee's reasons for doing what they did. And what they might do next. I suspect it won't be good. No. Yes, of course. No, I have no intention of doing any such thing. To walk away from the case would be to tacitly accept the committee's decision. The only problem is I don't have the authority to continue investigating. Yes, what is it, Detective? What? Do you know who it is? Even without the authority to investigate, surely I can still pay a suspect an innocent visit. Alright, we're on our way. But won't you be missed, Detective? Good, then we'll see you shortly. Come along, Kay, let's go. Still no sign of them. Indeed. Please don't tempt fate like that. Oh no. Ah, you must be the suspect in the... Okay, why is this man so flustered? Thanks for clearing up absolutely nothing. Honey, I don't recall ever employing you. Oh, please. Really? Simeon Saint. His old name was Simon. Let's see if I can find him. Let's see. What was your fan name, kiddo? Simon Keys. So Simeon. There's some monkeys. Some monkeys. I guess they can't do the Simon Says jokes. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, I would like to ask you a few questions. Thanks to Kay, it sounds like we might finally get some answers at least. Perhaps you could start by telling us a little about yourself. You have a job. Really? This is going to take a while. He is doing the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil shit. You can't see me if I can't see you. Yeah. About you and Mr. Knight. And just when I thought we were making progress. Hey. Interesting. I wonder if you knew that Knight has been arrested. Came to visit him. He came to see Knight. I wonder when that would have been. And the police called him. Why? I love that Kay is just our parrot. A chess set. Is it just me or is she getting better at stealing my thoughts? You do know everything you think is written all over your face. Yeah. His life just flashed before his eyes. Look at him. And have you read what my next move is going to be? Indeed, let's present it to him and see what he has to say about it. Presente. Is it this one? Oh, that tells it at least. Big yawn. Pocket chest set data are updated in my organizer. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I know your best friend wasn't your best friend and that he's dead all in the same time. Oh. It's not easy discovering that someone you're close to has committed a terrible crime. It's a very bitter pill to swallow indeed. Yes, he certainly doesn't seem to have an obvious motive. I wonder what grounds they had for doing so. Why were you arrested, Mr. Saint? Okay. I just don't get it. Why won't he talk to me? Thank goodness for small miracles. D-Wiener. The rookie. I thought as much. So the fan translation, his name is DeBest, so I wonder if that was a reference to the fan translation. Sorry, that was a big yawn and my fucking jaw hurts. You've been arrested. More like the loser, ha! Got him. I hate it here. Alright, well, no one's making you stay in my stream. These arms are for hugging. Oh, nothing, detective. You're just being you. I guess it's just how you are. Them huge, manly, sensual arms. I'm gonna accidentally call him Simon, because Simeon looks like Simon, like when I'm reading really fast. I'm gonna accidentally call him his old name. I mean, it's gonna happen to all of them, but especially him. Mr. Saint. You were Mr. Knight's friend, and 2 days ago you came to visit him. You had nothing at all to do with his murder. Is that my understanding correct? Very well. Then I will choose to believe you, and I will do all that I can to assist you. Let's just say that I might not be doing it solely for your sake. I have something of a personal interest in this case. I'm going to kill a teenager. I don't know if Eustace is a teenager. How old are you, child? Oh, I can just look up here. He's 17? How did he pass the bar exam before fucking... Well, that's not true. I think Edgeworth did pass the bar exam at 17. He just didn't get his first case until he was 20. He's the same age as her. This fucking dumbass. She's 26. He's 36 and he talks like a boomer. Unfortunately, I still lack the authority to conduct said investigation. As such, my resources are rather limited and I'll need to lean heavily on the ones that I do have at hand. Means you, Mr. Saint, your information will be invaluable going forward. In other words, let's see if we can't help one another out, shall we? What did you think of Gumshoe? The only thing that matters? I guess so. I'm sure you know already, but just to be clear, if our investigation ultimately proves you to be the culprit, we'll have no choice but to treat you like any other suspect. But you needn't worry. I believe you, or at least I've decided to try. For now. Just hold tight and try to believe in us in return. Nothing else. It might help you to feel a little less alone. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hi, Eddie. Flatfoot slums. Oh. Uber intelligence? That's not how you use either of those words, Fender. Hero from Duncan looking at. Oh, you're the one who said he was your type. An easygoing old rogue. Does that mean you want to ride Hero? Because if you do, we're gonna have to have a discussion. Simone Sainsbury, Simeon Saint. You can't see it, but I'm looking at your screen name with the most judgmental look. I fear I might be. In fact, it could be our only option. Not so long ago, I found myself embroiled in another case that wasn't mine. I managed to worm my way in the crime scene by agreeing to be someone's subordinate. Not an experience I ever wanted to repeat, but I fear I have very little choice. Fender, I drew a cute thing with your characters in it. How dare you attack me like that? You did draw a cute thing with my characters in it. Mostly to highlight how cool your character is in comparison to my character. Fender, I'm going to slap you. It wasn't the intention, but now I feel it. I should have known he wouldn't forgive me that easily. I understand why you wouldn't want to work with someone like me. What's more, I understand how you feel about all things Von Karma. Please believe me when I say, I'm not the man I was back then. I'm no longer under my old mentor's spell. It is very cute. I'm just teasing you. I do have feelings, Detective. Oh, thank you, Kay. Well, that escalated quickly. Please, Fender, don't you think there's something odd about the way the committee stepped in yesterday? There's more to this case than meets the eye, I'm certain of it. I can't just walk away from this, I can't. Please allow me to help you with this investigation. We bowed to you when we introduced ourselves. Okay. Well, I suppose I would have to say, the courtroom itself. I have experienced so many things and met so many people here within its four walls. Including some old friends who showed me a better way to be. How could that not change a person? It definitely does nothing to do with Phoenix Wright, who I do not have a crush on. Or the fact that Phoenix Wright fucking saved my life. Gross. Don't hug me. Senior partner, Edgeworth and Company Law Offices. That's right. Mr. Fender here began his legal career as an assistant to my late father, Gregory Edgeworth. PBU card sucks, yeah it does. Yes, he keeps threatening to report me to my dead father like a fucking asshole. Does anybody else see how fucking cold and gross that was? Why I was like, you're a fucking monster. Maybe that's fucked up. A little bit. Baby, I can't like you anymore. You shouldn't. Fender, okay. Let's go over this real quick for everybody who doesn't know. When Edgeworth was 9, his father was murdered. The man who murdered his father took Edgeworth under his wing and adopted him, and groomed him, and then tried to have him charged for the murder of his own father. Which is how Phoenix Wright saved his goddamn life. Because he proved Edgeworth didn't kill his dad. So maybe we don't blame the child who was groomed to be a prosecutor by the man who killed his father. Like the most manipulative human being in this fucking series. Blame children. Or Edgeworth. He wanted to be a defense attorney when he was a little kid. Just like his daddy. And that's how Phoenix got into being a defense attorney, because he wanted to be like Edgeworth, because Edgeworth spoke so highly of his dad when they were kids. And then Edgeworth disappeared to Germany with Von Karma. Very well, I accept. So I definitely don't appreciate Eddie Fender talking that way about licking Von Karma's boots. Interim associate. Alright. I will try not to let you down. Woohoo! Yes, I'll shoot you through the heart. I mean, where were we when we were so rudely interrupted? Fender, you turned out to be just like all the other guys that looked just like you. All I wanted was a sleazeball without a sleazeball personality. Good luck. I believe we need to speak with the person who found the body. Still the type to smile and nod, I see. That'll certainly make my life easier, boss. You're still a cop. He has a point. I can't leave him adrift all on his own now, can I? Detective Gumshoe, I have a special assignment for you. You are to continue investigating the case under Mr. Winner. And if you happen to discover anything that seems useful, you are to notify me immediately. You're in a uniquely powerful position, Detective, and I'm going to need all the info you can pass our way. Just like you do for Phoenix all the time when I'm working against him. We know. And trust me, I know, but just this once, those loose lips of yours might be what saves our ship. Throw wide the prison gates, good sirs, because here we come. Alright. The fucking parrot. He does stand like Jareth, I was just thinking that. There's a fucking parrot from Edgeworth's case where he was almost found guilty for murder and executed. I think our best bet would be to simply ask around. Who is this? Excuse me, bud. A courant. Alright, cool. Now I have to deal with two people speaking French, which I don't speak. Oh god. Hugs? Kisses? Yep, kisses. Right on the kisser. Never take off the hat, baby. The hat is part of who you are. Yeah, he's got a serious case of hat hair. Indeed, an act so shameless it puts even the great thieves to shame. And he's having a time. So sexual assault's only cool when you do it, is that what you're saying? Fifi Lagarde. Alright. Oh god, what was your name before? Hang on. There's... Control F. Evie. Nope. Lagarde. Yeah, she is. What did your name used to be? I don't know why I was so surprised by Fifi Lagarde. Because her name used to be Patricia Rowland. You may call me Fifi, of course. Of course. So she's the warden of this entire detention center and prison facility, is she? A pleasure to meet you, Miss Lagarde. Miles Edgeworth. An associate with Mr. Fender's practice. I hope you don't mind me asking, but were you here in the prison yesterday? How was it? Important in what way exactly? A big meeting of some kind, perhaps? The circus came to visit.